guys, welcome back. We are once again in the museum lot because I'm problematic. As you can see, the outside's had a bit done to it. There's a sign, there's kind of like a fenced off trash can area. But today we are actually focusing on an area that wasn't supposed to exist. And unfortunately I just am like this. So I did not plan to have like a dinosaur section of this museum. It was meant to be teensy tiny, you know, they didn't have access to this kind of thing. But then I remembered, like, I had a lot of really cool museum-specific dinosaur CC. And I guess it didn't have to be used in a museum, but that was the intent. And it was upsetting that I wasn't going to use it, and I love dinosaurs, so that's what's happening now. Pleasantview, at one point, was the Montana of the Sims world. They had a lot of T-Rexes, that's why they have all this stuff. I'm justifying it. I shouldn't be, but I am. So yeah, we're gonna have dinosaurs. I don't know if I keep the Spinosaurus, I honestly can't remember. I was staring at the T-Rex for an unusual amount of time before I was like, no, we're gonna do this whole area as dinosaurs. Which, heads up, I had to move so many of those little award things because I wanted a section for like local awards, so like Sally won the bake sale kind of things. But there's a lot of them. And I wasn't decorating that area yet, so I didn't want to thin the herd down and then have to go back and select them again. At the time, like, I thought that I would still keep them on that wall. No, this whole area becomes dinosaurs, and I don't regret anything. The main problem was I needed to fence off the T-Rex, obviously, because you just don't want him loose, because somebody might touch it. So I had to fence it off. Took up a large chunk of floor space. It looks really cool, but like took up some space. So then I was like, I've got all this other stuff. I'm like, am I really gonna move? Yeah, I am. I do cut that part out because I'm not even exaggerating a little when I say there's probably 50 different little awards there at least. So yeah, see, I didn't make you sit through that. I wanted to keep the giant pedestal with the head because I thought it looked cool. And then I was kind of figuring out what I was going to do for the rest of them. I also wanted to keep that aquarium, but I had not justified it yet. Spoiler alert, I do justify keeping the aquarium. So I put it here because due to the way that I did the exhibit on the other side, there's that little sticky out area, which I wanted to try to hide, but then I came up with an idea for it. So the concept here is, in addition to Pleasantview at one point being home to dinosaurs, there was also an ocean. And so that little aquarium represents a modern ocean, like what you would see if you went to the ocean at this point in time in the Sims world. And then there's going to be a little button, and if you press the button, like an image would show, basically like a light effect showing what the ocean would have looked like. So here we have kind of the other different skeletons that I have that are articulated. I think it's a saber-tooth, some type of bird, both of which are from The Sims Medieval, and then that little raptor looking thing, and then the print. I did want to move these though, because the way that I put the windows in, it was blocking, like they should be centered on the window for the most part. So I did swap them around, just so you can see them properly. I love how this turned out, like, a lot. It's very much me and my special interests. Which, again, I know that this is turning into more of a natural history museum than a local museum. Never fear, I am gonna add, like, local stuff here. There's 2 rooms for sure planned. The bulk of it is gonna be the cool stuff, because this is how you're getting people in the door. You're like, we got a fully articulated T-Rex skeleton. That's cool. And people are like, yeah, I'll go see that. One thing that I mentioned is I do want to create some posters, and also like those big H&M mural hangy thingies that they have. I would like to recolor that so I can put it out front as like, come see our T-Rex kind of thing. However, I've never recolored anything like that. I've never really done buy mode stuff. I'm just not good at creating CC, and everybody says it's easy, and bless all of you for believing that I have a capability to do this. I don't know if I do, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna try. And we'll find out if I'm successful. Because I really think it would be neat to have a big, like, come see our T-Rex, and then also a big, like, right now there's a special butterfly exhibit, come and see it. And I also want some posters on the inside that look like they're informational. Again, we'll see. This little thing, again, it's something that you see in small museums, like local events find their way into it, because why not? And so the idea was there's currently a gingerbread competition and the winner gets to go to Mount Komorebi. It's something little and cute, mostly because I don't get to use that gingerbread house, and I was just like, how can I use this? So yeah, I did another photography setup. I actually move it from here because I remembered I had another really cool piece of CC, but you'll see. So yeah, here I have not decided on the button yet. I'm just like, I have to put something on there. It looks so awkward. Something needs to look like it deliberately goes there. And then I saw the button and very quickly went, I know. Is it silly? Yes, but it's something you'd see in a museum of like, hey, press this button. Please interact with us. Especially when there's like kids involved. They love stuff like that, so yeah. And then you'll see here I'm putting on the little note card things. I wish I had some variations on this one since they all look the same, but I'm just happy that I have something that I can put on these cases to be like, hey, this is what's inside of here. I wanted to put one by the button that explains what it is. Yeah, placing these sparks joy. Like, an unusual amount of joy, and I don't care. Like, it's delightful. I also kept the shark job, because again, since there was going to be an ocean, I got to put out the shark pedestal display. I didn't put all of the shark things that I have, but I at least put that. I don't have too much shark stuff. I wish I had more shark stuff. I saw a Sims 3 whale museum recently. Treason and Plot posted it, and like I'm so in love, and I really wish that I had all of that CC for Sims 2, because yes, absolutely, 100% would build a whale museum. I'm actually finding building museums to be very interesting and engaging and relaxing, because it's like all the CC that I download that's really cool that I just don't get to use like very often, if at all. I was struggling here though because I wanted some sort of standing sign by the T-Rex, and I know the game has some, but I couldn't find them. But I tried. I thought about using that to like measure, but the implication there is that you're standing next to it, and since it's blocked off, I was thinking about these display boards, but unfortunately they do have photos and kind of the content is obvious. And more importantly, it's obviously not dinosaur related, so I was like, ah, right, I can't use these. I could have used like kind of the crappier ones, but they're very clearly homemade in a way that I don't think that the Pleasantview Museum would find acceptable. I thought about using that briefly as a sign-up book for the gingerbread competition, but I did not. But yeah, like there was nothing. Nada. Zilch. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm also considering going back and putting like a speaker and another button, with the idea being that like if you press the button you can hear what a T-Rex might have sounded like. These are the HMM thing. Those, and then also there's some really big ones. I just think being able to recolor those look like things you'd see in a museum advertising what is where. I could put in my doorways, like those could be very useful to me. I'm still kind of, as I go through the catalog, finding things that I missed that I might actually want to use after all. I have no like crazy solid plans for the upstairs other than there's going to be a robotics area, a children's area, and like a science area. Because I'm trying to base all this off of Pleasantview as we know it. Not so much the dinosaurs, but like the flora and fauna section, what realistically would be there. They very well could have dinosaurs, we don't know. We don't know what the climate is. There's a couple areas that are very specific to Pleasantview. And yeah, like putting in the tiny pottery area, because Mary Sue throws pottery, or she did make pottery. Just little things. Yeah. I still haven't given up on the sign, by the way. I should have cut this, but it's too late now. I was hoping that I'd have something useful in this one, but yeah, no. Just anything that could be a sign. So yeah, that's something that I plan on adding later when I find it. It's just a matter of finding. I also thought that I had this like plaque thing that was on a stand. I'm thinking of my old CC folder, I'm pretty sure. Because a long time ago I had a modern CC folder, and then I was like, oh, I'm not gonna play with modern CC, and then I deleted it. Big mistake, but yeah. I was also hoping that I had some kind of dinosaur anything, and I really didn't. I ended up using a Loch Ness Monster poster, and I do not regret doing so, even though it does not belong. If I had like another piece of Loch Ness Monster type of CC, I could make it work, but yeah. So I'm definitely going to replace that at some point, because it's just... Yeah, it's by the aquarium, and it's a little speculative, but it's just, it doesn't look like it goes here. That's okay. I was doing my best. I even gave it a little sign. I want to put lighting on the skull. The lighting for the articulated T-Rex was actually hard because that whole area is open above it. And it's actually larger than the area that's boxed off, so I was like, urgh. I ended up choosing like floor lights that light up from below, and I think they look really good. Also, any guesses to the other rooms? Because I'm curious if you've seen the piles of CC that I put down, if you put it together yet. Okay, here's where I moved this, because I remembered that I had a giant dinosaur display kind of thing in Simlish. I had the periodic table, but I also had a dinosaur one. I was like, yes! And it fit perfectly. It was made to be here. I'm so happy I got to use that. You don't even know. You don't even know how excited I am. Because it's perfect. It's what this needed. It needed some sort of informational display that worked. So yeah, here I'm just placing the little floodlights on the ground. And I think that's basically it. I'm trying to remember what else I did. But yeah, I'm curious if you have picked out potential other exhibits that will be going in. And then here, I did want to put just some kind of other items that don't necessarily need their own area, but they definitely look like a display. Oh gosh, I forgot about this. So I wanted a menu board here, like before you walk into the cafeteria area. Every menu I had was like not in Simlish, so I ended up going with just like this Sims 4 stencil. I was so mad. And yeah, this is me just looking for anything else. Because I wanted to put something next to the gingerbread house to like say what it is. And I couldn't think of anything. And then I'm like, well, maybe just a picture of the trip that you'll win if you win the contest. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching it. I hope you guys are still enjoying this. I know that I'm having way too much fun. If you did like this video, definitely give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.